right, Nate, thank you so much. New this morning, an Alabama inmate and a Northeast Alabama woman face federal charges for a scheme to defraud the Social Security Administration. The two worked together to collect disability benefits that the inmate was not entitled to. 56-year-old Richard Earl Stanley of Boaz is now indicted on 6 wire fraud counts. Over to this story. A symposium at the University of Alabama will consider the legacy of Harper Lee's novel To Kill a Mockingbird. Lawyers, including Mississippi-born novelist John Grisham, will discuss Lee's landmark book about race and justice in a fictional town actually modeled after Lee's hometown of Monroeville in South Alabama. Grisham will discuss the idea of enacting social change through literature. The event is being held March 3rd at the University of Alabama Law School in Tuscaloosa. New this morning, Governor Bentley is named the Delta Regional Authority State's co-chair while in Washington, D.C. He is in the nation's capital for the annual National Governors Association winter meeting. Now, the meeting is a 4-day conference that brings governors from across the United States to Washington, D.C. As President Trump gets ready for that first address to Congress, many across the country are hopeful that he can come through on his campaign promise of bringing more jobs to America. Army veteran Ryan Cooper has had a hard time since coming back from Afghanistan. He couldn't find a job in Pennsylvania, so what happened? He turned to taking prescription painkillers. According to Penn State University professor and rural sociologist and demographer Shannon Monat, people handle not being able to find a job in different ways.
Some people turn to self-medicating, and some people turn to another kind of fix, which may be voting for a candidate that is just proposing some radical change, burning the place down.
Last year, Monat crunched numbers from more than 3,000 counties across the country, comparing Trump to 2012's Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney. She found that Trump did better than Romney in 80% of the counties, especially well in New England, Appalachia, and the industrial Midwest. New this morning, as President Trump continues to work on his immigration policies, the Mexican government is getting ready for a surge of returning Mexican citizens. People coming back, well, because they've been deported, and Mexico now plans to spend millions to help its citizens in the U.S. The Mexican consulate in El Paso, Texas, is one of 50 other consulates to get funds to help Mexican citizens. New this morning, Senator Bernie Sanders addresses Democrats in Kansas at their annual convention. The former presidential candidate told the crowd of Americans that they are becoming increasingly concerned about what's happening in Washington and are prepared to fight back.
This turnout speaks to the reality that more and more Americans are becoming increasingly concerned about what's happening in Washington today and are prepared to stand up and fight back in Kansas, Vermont, and all over this country.
The 2-day event called Washington Days is where Kansas State Democrats announce new party leaders. Well, over to this story. It's a story that you're only going to see right here on CBS 42. Some in Congress believe air traffic controllers should have a new boss. They want to see a nonprofit corporation running the people charged with keeping the skies safe. Now, some 14,000 air traffic controllers face enormous pressure every single day. But now some are asking if the system can do better under a new model. Pennsylvania Congressman Bill Schuster wants to shake things up a little bit, shake up America's air traffic control system. Currently, the FAA oversees controllers. Instead, Schuster thinks they should operate under a nonprofit corporation. But the FAA says it's already working to improve the agency. Happening today, the green flags will be waving again at Daytona International Speedway. The Daytona 500 kicks off the NASCAR season, and we're getting you ready for the big race. Dan Lucas is in Daytona with much more.
Good morning from Daytona International Speedway. It is 500 day, and there is something for everyone in this race. The diehards, of course, are following their favorite drivers. What are the conditions going to be like? Are these Toyotas that fast? The casual fans, maybe they're wondering who this young Chase Elliott might be. Can he win the race from the pole? But no matter what your interest is, race fans are in for a real treat. They call this race the Super Bowl of NASCAR, but it actually begins the long season. And a win in the Great American Race is arguably the biggest moment in a driver's career.
To have won the race and put your name on that Harley J. Earl trophy is definitely something that's quite an honor to be a part of.
The 500 has so much history. Daytona Beach has so much NASCAR history, and with the France family starting our great sport, this is the only race that you can win that'll give you a title for the rest of your career.
As long as you can make some of the right moves, and you have to have a decent car, and you can stay up front, you got a shot at it. And I know that's possible. I know I have a shot at it. So you think about it some, but it still seems so far-fetched. It's hard to imagine.
We've already witnessed 3 Monster Energy Series checkered flags this week at Daytona. 2 of those drivers have won a Daytona 500. Is that a hint of things to come?
We definitely know we're fast enough. I think handling will be quite a bit a bigger issue on Sunday.
We want to have our car driving the best we can and try to have a little more speed in it.
Well, young Chase Elliott has had the hot car all week, but the last pole winner to win the Daytona 500 was Dale Jarrett, way back in the year 2000. From Daytona Beach, Dan Lucas, now back to you.
Dan Lucas, thank you so much. And